Welcome back to Andersen Acres. Today we are going to make toasted sesame bread here in the kitchen. Toasted sesame bread is rich and hearty and it has a wonderful texture and it's just all around fun. It makes really good toast. It's really good for sandwiches. Frankly, someone usually eats half the loaf about 10 minutes after it comes out of the oven around here. I'm not going to name that somebody, Tristan. Anyway, we're going to make it today and it's going to be really easy because there are a lot of ingredients, but we're going to use the bread maker for the most part because there are so many ingredients that the bread maker makes this really, really simple. You can, of course, still make this by hand. Occasionally I do, but there's a lot of ingredients, a lot going on. If you let your bread maker handle it, it's a little bit easier. So the first thing we need is sesame seeds. You can use either white or black sesame seeds for this recipe. It does not matter. I'm using black just because I like the way it looks in the bread, because it looks all speckly, but you can use white as well. Either way, you have to toast them. Yes, you even have to toast the black ones, because even though they're black, they're not toasted. So they are very flavorful, but they do need to be punched up a little bit through toasting. So preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Then you're going to take your cookie sheet. Use a smaller liner, so I'm using my small liner here, and you're just going to take about a 1/4 cup of sesame seeds, white or black, doesn't matter, and you're going to spread those on your pan. I like using a smaller cookie sheet. It's easier to put them in the bread maker after. There we go. And you're going to stick these in the oven for 5 minutes, okay? Exactly 5 minutes, not 6 minutes, not 4 minutes. Set a timer. So pop those in the oven for 5 minutes. We'll come back as soon as they're toasted. All right, so our sesame seeds are now toasted. Okay, they are nice and warm. They're actually quite hot because I just dumped them into this bowl 3 seconds ago before I started recording. A little bit hot burning my fingers. Anyway, so there you have it. That's your 1/4 cup of toasted sesame. So you're going to take your 1/4 cup of toasted sesame seeds and dump them right in the bread pan. Don't worry about them being too hot for the yeast. They're going to cool down as soon as the water hits them. So now we need a few other ingredients. The first thing we're going to put in here is we're going to do a 1/4 cup of just plain yogurt. If you don't have plain yogurt, vanilla can work, but absolutely don't use a flavored yogurt. It'll make the bread taste a little odd. So now we're going to do 1/8 of a cup of honey or thereabouts. If you like a slightly sweeter bread, you could increase it, but this is actually a good amount of honey. So about 1/8 of a cup is quite good. Then we're going to do around 1/8 of a cup of molasses. So I pour it straight from the container because I'm not mucking up any of my spoons with sticky molasses. So about 1/8 of a cup again. There we go. Then we're going to want 1/8 of a cup of either vegetable or canola oil. Either or, doesn't matter. And 1 teaspoon of salt. Any salt works. It doesn't matter what kind of salt. Next, we are going to want a 1/4 cup, just a 1/4 cup, that's all, just a 1/4 cup of wheat bran. You don't need a ton. You can actually go up to a 1/2 cup if you really love wheat bran. I would stick to the 1/4 cup. Now we're going to do 1 cup of water. You can do half water, half milk if you want a slightly creamier, richer bread. I'm sticking with just the water. Then we're going to do 1 cup of whole wheat flour. Perfect. 2 cups of regular flour, your regular all-purpose or your bread flour. Nice. We are going to do 1/2 cup of cornmeal. Gives it a nice texture in there. And then we're going to do 1 heaping teaspoon of yeast. We're using a bread machine or a quick rise yeast because this is going to be done in our bread maker. Now that's a lot of ingredients for a bread, but you're just going to pop it in the bread maker, so it's not going to take a lot of effort. If you want to make it by hand, it does take a little bit of effort. Also, it gets real sticky because of the honey and the molasses. So we're going to pop that in the bread maker, come back after its first rise because the bread maker will take care of all of that. All right, so our toasted sesame dough is ready. This is going to be a stickier dough, you see? It's a stickier dough because of the honey and the molasses. It makes it a little stickier. So have a little excess flour. just so that you can handle it without getting too sticky. And just, there we go. Get that on either side of it just so you don't have too much problem pushing all that air out. You do want to get all that air out. There we go. See, that's not so bad now. It just needs a sprinkle of extra flour. Get all of that air out, and then you're just going to shape it into an oblong loaf. Remember, it has done one rise before. There we go. So it only needs to be rolled out into an oblong loaf after you get the air out. You want to get the air out. So I'm doing about a 12-inch loaf, I guess, because I want it quite big. You know, I want it to rise up like this, not out like that. So I want it a taller loaf, so I'm only doing about 12 inches. Then you're going to want to grab your cookie sheet, because you're going to do this on a cookie sheet. You're just going to lift it up, pop it on there, just like that. Then you're just going to set it aside to rise. You want to keep it in a warm, kind of damp location so it doesn't dry out. This dough doesn't usually dry out. It's quite moist. But you do still want to make sure it does not dry out. So place that aside to rise. You're going to want to give it about an hour, maybe an hour and 10 minutes for it to really puff up. You don't want to bake it too soon. So we're going to set this aside to rise, and we'll come back and check on it in about an hour. Well, our dough has been rising for just over an hour, and it looks quite good. It's a nice oblong loaf. Very tasty once I bake it. Can't eat it now. It's raw. So we're going to bake it at 375 degrees Fahrenheit, not Celsius, for anyone in Europe. Not Celsius, 375 degrees Fahrenheit. And we're going to do that for about 30 to 35 minutes. Before we stick it in the oven, we are going to slice it just a little. We're going to use our bread lame, and we're just going to do between 3 and 5 gashes along the loaf, just so when it's baking, it doesn't split out the sides, so that it rises up as it bakes and not out. So we're just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, a little one on the end. So you don't want to slice too deep. You're only slicing about 1/4 of an inch because you don't need to go too deep. So we're not going to coat it with anything. We're just going to leave it exactly the way it is. It does not need an egg wash. You could brush it with melted butter when it comes out if you want. I'm not even going to do that. This loaf stands alone. It even smells good now as I'm standing here. I can smell the molasses, and it's just such a rich bread. You actually don't need to do anything else to it. So we're going to stick it in the oven, 375 degrees Fahrenheit for 30 to 35 minutes. We'll come back and see how it looks. All right, so our toasted sesame bread is finished. It is delicious. It baked for pretty much exactly 30 minutes. It does take 30 to 35 to get a nice browned color on here. You can see where we gashed it with our bread lathe. Very pretty. It is a delicious hearty bread, excellent with jam, peanut butter, spinach dip, any of those things that you would use for a heartier bread. This is a very hearty bread. The cornmeal gives it a really nice texture. It's really just a phenomenal bread all around. Remember, you can use white sesame seeds instead of the black sesame seeds if you like. So I hope you enjoyed making toasted sesame bread with us here today. Hopefully we will see you tomorrow.